Let's take a look at how to change the billing rates in Standard Time. What we're talking about here is the rates that you would charge clients for the work you do on their projects. First place to go is Tools, Billing Rates, Employee Billing Rates. This would be the default option in Standard Time. There are other options. In fact, there are three options for the billing rates. The first is Employee Billing Rates. The second is Category Billing Rates, where you would charge for the type of work. So regardless of who did the work, you would charge a certain rate for the kind of work being done. The third option, which is not shown in this menu, is Project Billing Rates. So in Project Billing Rates, you would charge for all work that's done on the project, regardless of who did it or what type of work that was done. So again, the default is Employee Billing Rates, so let's go ahead and choose that. When you come here, you're going to see the default rates for each user. So if you look at the list on the left, you see users, then you see the client rate and salary rate. You can simply click in the cell and set the default rates. These rates would be used for any project that you don't override. So let's go ahead and close this. Go over to Projects. You can then click on a project and see the rates that have been overridden. Those are the cells here that have values in them. The other cells that say default are just using the default rates that we looked at before. Those are the ones in here. As I click on each project, you see different rates show up. So that allows you to set different rates for each project for each employee. Let's go ahead and close the filtering here. Close Projects, click on Users, and then click on a user here. When you do, you're able to see all the rates for each user for every project. So you see most of these have the default rate, some of them have been overridden. So this is all the rates for Dan. When I click on another user, you see all the project rates for Buzz. Every user I click on, I see all the rates for that user. So that's a way for you to check all the rates. You can also see all the rates that have been overridden or all the defaults. You can go into Date Range and set a date range and set the rates for future. So if you wanted to set future rates for years out into the future, you can do that so that Standard Time will calculate them on the project tasks that have starting dates out into the future. Earlier we had said, when we went to Tools, Billing Rates, Employee Billing Rates, we said that there were three types of rates: Employee, Category, and the third one was Project Billing Rates. So let me show you where Standard Time allows you to set these so that you can set the different billing models for each project. That's actually done in Tools Projects. So let's go ahead and go up there. As I click on each project, you see that there are options or properties for that project. And over in the Billing Method field, you see that there's a drop-down. So here you can choose User, Category, or Project Rates. So as I click on each project here, you may see different options chosen. So you can choose those options and get a different billing model. Now, when you put your time into Standard Time, it creates what we call time logs. And Standard Time will automatically multiply the hours times the billing rate that we showed earlier and arrive at a cost client. You can see that by going over to the Time Log tab. I have shown the category rate and cost client, so you can see examples of these values here. To see these two columns, you would go to the View menu and choose Columns and display those. So those are valuable values to see. You see the billing rate here, you see the cost client that is arrived at by multiplying by the actual work. So those are some interesting values that you can check up on to make sure that you're getting the correct values before you run an invoice over in the Billing tab.